Stories related to ghosts are full of many different scenarios, often coming from gloomy castles, mountains, deserted places, and ancient palaces. But stories about underwater ghosts come to us. This is certainly the least common among ghost stories, but they exist. And there are many true stories about the ghosts that wander under the water, quoted from a number of divers. Our topic today is underwater ghosts. Bring a cup of tea or your favorite drink and let's get started. Divers and ghosts. For ordinary investigators of the paranormal and activities of ghosts, it has been for decades. But in the state of Florida, there are divers whose mission is to investigate ghost phenomena in the water, and they have a few results and experiences resulting from underwater diving and investigation there. On a diving trip and investigation in Tampa, Florida, under a bridge, Sunshine Skyway, this bridge previously collapsed in 1980, and at least 35 cars and trucks with their drivers and people in them fell, which led to their deaths. The bridge is also a popular site for suicides, as at least 200 people jumped and died since the period of its construction and renovation in 1987. One man was forced to jump at gunpoint, and when the investigators dived, they heard voices of people underwater, whispers and laughter with strange lights as well. Can these deaths do something when their ghosts and spirits are still standing under the water? On another trip, divers cut it and took what they called the first photo of an underwater ghost in the world. The photo was taken from inside a cave, under the submerged ground with water at a depth of 130 feet. And the photo is said to show a face mask swimming in troubled water. And a member of the diving team said before taking the picture, "I heard screams coming from the bottom of the cave." And he added, "We were in a state of fear and confusion, and we fired into the black water while we heard the sound of screams. And we knew that that site was a place where many divers died." Track Lagoon was the site of a major battle between the United States of America and Japan in 1944. It is located halfway between Hawaii and the Philippines. About 60 ships and 275 aircraft sank under the waves during the United States attack. Thousands of men went to death under the water, and many machines sank. And other military equipment and old ships, which are now more than 80 years old. But surprisingly, these machines still make noises from under the water. Sounds of engines operating machinery while there were no ships or boats on the surface of the water at the time. Strange reports also come from the Japanese diver Fuji Kimura, where he said that he heard a number of sounds of ship engines under the water working on their own, with sightings of strange lights. Then he and his crew heard the divers with him also did not seem to have a sound like a human voice, as if he was loitering or walking with the issuance of strange sounds under the water. The disappearance of divers. There are some common topics related to ghosts underwater, with the demise and disappearance of a number of divers and their non-return to the surface. Several reports speak of men or women divers who dive into the water to investigate such phenomena, but they disappear without any trace. In 2012 in Santa Cruz, California, in a notorious lake known for its strange activities of ghosts, a number of professional divers said that a diver disappeared when he dived into the water. And although they saw him approaching the surface, yet the diver disappeared as if something had pulled him back and disappeared without back. Another account appeared in the Toronto Sun in 2007 with exploring the waters around Grenada, when a group of divers returned to the ship and were live recording for a television network. And they were on the ship to compare and record observations and asked them some questions. The diver said, from the group, he saw a phantom of a large ghost, as if he was a white human being, and he pointed at him with his hands. The rest of the divers who were with him were laughing and thinking he was joking, but the man stubbornly and confidently said that he saw this ghost and exactly as he described it. But no one was missing from the divers, and there were no boats or other ships in sight, and they were never able to solve the mystery of the white man, and some said it was just a hallucination. In any case, not all divers disappear under the water. This happens in rare and few times, and the idea of diving to investigate the phenomena of ghosts under the water is a very bold idea and requires excessive courage and audacity. The end. Thanks for watching. Don't forget subscribe.